Look at Coach Mock, anchor up her defense, top 10 in the country in scoring D a year ago. Collier, good find from James.
Good patience by Aziaha James right there.
Brooks spin cycle. Final minute of this third quarter. No easy look. And James creates one. Put the ball in the senior's hand and let her go to work.
Good patience by James. She could have taken the three there, but instead the shot fake, the drive.
So it's a new lineup for the Flash. Here's a turnover. Same news for the Pack. This is Zam Jones pushing the pace. James for three. And she hits it. 5 points from 1,000 in her career.
NC State only got 3 offensive boards against South Carolina. Another point of emphasis for the Pack.
James spins it. Nice move. Hits it. Aziaha James cooking early with 5.
Hey, she knows what milestone she's got to reach for tonight.
Needs 3 more points for 1,000. And here's free throws for Tatiana Thomas. James cooking here early.
The spin move,
to just over close out, force them to penetrate.
Dunn had made just 1 3 all year, and then Jones hits her first. It scored over 100.
Coastal's in that zone, but look for them to trap a lot out of it.
Aziaha James, great lob. Collier the early bucket. How important is the post play for the Pack tonight? At Lander University, Division II. Now he's back in the Palmetto State doing some great work. How about that great pass to Rivers and then the reversal?
That's a great pass here by Zoe Brooks. You got Sanaya Rivers seeing that there's nobody back on the help side for Coastal Carolina's end, and a great finish.
James able to finish that time. Aziaha James up to 14.
Make teams hit tough shots. Good rotation right there by Aziaha James. James able to save it on the baseline. And Brooks somehow was able to get that shot up and in. UConn came back, had a 28-point third quarter because they were able to get out in transition. They were able to get some easy buckets, and then they knocked some shots down. But that's a turnover. Deans threw it right to James, who gets her first basket since hitting the floor in the first quarter. In fact, it's her first basket of the night. She had taken 3 shots previously and missed them.
Old Dominion, a top 10 scoring defense of the country, having trouble here in the second half. Wide open players don't help, and James makes it count. Look at James, active hands. What kind of passing can she do? Lobs it ahead. Jones zips it. Rivers puts it home. What vision by Jones.
In person for a game. I mentioned that to him. He would have none of it. And the 3 by James.
Well, I think he's excited about where his team can go.
5 early points.
I mean, when she hits the first mid-range jumper, then she comes off a baseline.
It starts this weekend, as in Sunday. ABC matchup with Louisville on the road to the Yum Center. Here comes James.
Just call her number, man. Aziaha James, look at those shoulders get past the hips of her defender.
You hear Wes Moore yelling at his team to move the ball. Move your body through the offense. There's a nice drop-off pass. Up off the window, and then the veteran, Aziaha James, nice dump off to Collier in. Brooks, help comes from Cochran. 10 on the shot clock. On the switch, James, baseline drive, goes to the left hand and uses the window.
She dribbles into this switch. Cochran can't stop her from driving baseline. The help is late getting.
I let the offense come to them and do what they've been doing, like, for example, that they did against Florida.
That dominant win over Florida. 4 in double figures for JMU. As James hits the 3, good start from deep.
NC State's done a really good job of finding the open player. Here you see Aziaha James knocking it down. Here's
James. Good dish. Collier into contact. That turns it into an and one.
It's great court vision there by Aziaha James as well, speeding that ball through what seemed like 3 defenders.
She got in the lane, cuts through, shot clock. The shot did get off in time, but it won't fall. Wolfpack out in front again. This hot shooting Clemson team.
When any shooter sees a 2-3 zone, they automatically start salivating. And that's exactly what Hannah Cohn just did. I'm not sure about the switch to the zone.
Well, one thing you can be sure of is that Aziaha James is bringing it again, although she is hopping as she gets up, not putting any weight on that right foot.
NC State top 5 rebounding team, but it starts at the guard position on the glass. Here's James wiggling through and hits it. Oh my goodness, what an offensive start. 6 of 9 from the field.
Aziaha James looked like she was toying with the yo-yo there as she got a hand on the ball, but being able to stay composed and keeping that up and then finishing. And her takeaways from that game is just the urgency. They didn't play with much urgency. She wants to see those leaders step up, those veteran guards step up throughout this game.
Here's Aziaha James continuing to be a leader. Over 100 games here at State. She knocks it another 3. James gets the switch from Kay Yau's name herself. What a shot here at Kay Yau court.
She said it right back at you.
Brooks across the floor. A good look for Aziaha James, and she buries the 3.
That would have been a nice finish.
James lets it fly and knocks down the 3.
Aziaha James, she's going to knock down that 3 ball even if there's a hand in her face.
Charlie Cream in his bracketology has Stanford on the bubble, and they've got some work to do in January and February to keep that streak alive.
Well, they got some work to do guarding the ball right now. Kate Pay might burn a timeout here.
They got Brooks and James back on the floor with fresh legs, and James from Brooks. And the onslaught continues.
Who's really upped her passing in the conference. 5 assists a game here in ACC play. Complimenting Aziaha James in the starting 5 and her first 3.
NC State, their first score right here. If you leave Aziaha open, hands down, man down, you got to shoot that shot. She nailed it.
Wolfpack won this matchup by 40 when the teams met in Pittsburgh last year. Here's James, and then another 3. I mean, you can't stop her tonight. 3 and 3.
It's come from different sources. You got James, you got Hayes.
The Wolfpack team that couldn't miss from 3 early have been held scoreless for 3 now, as James breaks the drought from deep.
Brooks, James, ball fakes and 2 defenders one direction. She went the other to the rim. 17 points for Lattimore after 24 points and a game high in the win on the road at Virginia Tech. James.
Back for the Syracuse Orange. They have had quite a bit of change in their starting 5 as they turn it over. This is the 9th different starting lineup for the Orange this season. Rivers, James, who wants it? It'll eventually go back out to Hayes. Coach Jack in practice said, maybe she's taking the kid gloves off a little bit. Said she had to be comforting, giving some hugs. Well, that all went away yesterday. Hayes hits a quick 2 for the Wolfpack. Well, the Orange have gone over 2 minutes without a basket, and James says not this time either. Big swat away, sends Brooks on her way, and she'll go back to the free throw line. Zoe Brooks has been excellent for the Wolfpack, taking care of the basketball, coming up late in games, as has this player here, Madison Hayes, right off the bat.
Working on blobs based on out of bounds. Coaches want to see execution here.
James, couple of ball fakes to get herself the look she wanted. Leading scorer for the Wolfpack, averaging 17 per game. Now, the weather of the storm, really, their last couple of games, they were down 10 at the half on the road at Syracuse. That was their largest deficit, and how about it? I think Aziaha James is feeling it tonight.
Isn't always like it used to be, like when I remember growing up and, and whatnot.
James to Rivers.
Mark that. This is great basketball. Defensive effort, push ahead, pass, no look, caught it in air, takes it there, and then there's the joy of the great play.
Under 4 to go here in the first quarter. Taken away by James. 1v1 with Jackson up. This is what you call good ball pressure right here. Sanaya Rivers sets this up for Aziaha James to jump the passing lane. Here's James. Count it. And let's see if that gets her going. A walking bucket is Aziaha James. 3-level scoring. Ping-ponging around, NC State with another chance. James spins, hangs, hits. All day, baby. trying to get frenetic on the defensive end as much as you are on the offensive end because of so many possessions. And great high-low look inside and finish by Awu. Really difficult for Timpson to get around, but she does.
Timpson averages a robust double-double this season for the Noles, and that's James. Noles are in the midst of a modest 6-0 run as James crosses it over and then banks it in on the run.
Wow.